Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bulletproof Underwear, episode number 232. I am your co-host, Yam Juice.
And I am your co-host, Flex.
And today, we have for your viewing pleasure the streaming machine that she is, the Overwatch queen and emperor. Basically, the I don't know, she rules on Overwatch.
This is true.
And she's not too bad at Call of Duty and other shit too. None other than Mandehbutton. Woohoo!
You're not lying about the Overwatch part. The Call of Duty, I haven't played Call of Duty in a while.
It's been a while, but see, that's, when you get your ass beat by a girl that bad, it's like you just never forget the sting.
I mean, Black Ops 2 is backwards compatible.
That's a good thing.
I'll
That's
play
a very
anytime.
good thing.
Anytime. What happened? What was it called? What was it? Something Mondays.
Monkey Turd Tuesday.
Monkey Turd
Tuesdays. I'm sorry.
yeah.
Yeah. That should come back.
God, that was fun.
That was fun.
Oh yeah. So okay. So your focus is Overwatch now.
Oh yeah.
And your
As you can see.
character is
Lucio.
And what is your claim to fame? You are the number something.
I am in the top 1% of Lucios in the world. So.
Wow.
And Lucio is one of the most commonly used, well, not one of the most, but it's a very commonly used support character in competitive, just because he's really versatile, and unlike a lot of the other healers, I can heal a lot of people at once, so I can kind of like do the area of effect and keep everyone level. So to be like top 1% out of, I don't even know how many thousands of people is pretty badass.
All right. So, but you do still get to kill people, right?
Oh yeah, see, there's a couple support characters that like are healers and attackers. It's not like if you've ever played it, Mercy's pretty much just solely like a healer or a buffer. Lucio has a little like sound wave gun, like the little thing right there.
Wait.
And they actually just recently increased his damage output. They changed how his healing works and increased his damage. So it's like if I do headshots, it actually can kill like some of the squishier people.
All right.
Tanks, not so much.
So I mean, most people specialize, but they play other characters too. Do you strictly go with that character, or do you mess around?
I play with a couple of different characters. Majority of my time in the game is on Lucio.
The majority.
Majority.
The majority.
The
Are
majority
you
of
an
my
English
team.
teacher, Yam?
Yeah, the majority of my time I play Lucio, but there's a couple other characters we play. And that's mostly because when the game first came out, I was playing a lot of support characters because I didn't really know how to play the game as well. And everyone always went towards like Soldier 76, which is like the Call of Duty character pretty much with like an assault rifle and shit. But no one would ever play support. So I was like, all right, well, we need a support character and no one's doing it. I'm just going to get really good at this character.
All right.
And it worked out. Because most people in the game don't want to heal, which it's like one of the easiest things when you really think about it, but yeah. Have any of you tried Overwatch? I know Flex.
I've tried it. I bought it again.
Yeah.
I can't play it. I'm so bad. I'm ashamed to play, really, seriously. I mean, I just...
Come play with the pros. We'll help.
Well, it's a pretty competitive game, man. You know.
We won't play competitive, but like the one thing with Overwatch is like even if you're not super hardcore competitive, they have a whole arcade playlist, and they have a thing like kind of like how GTA where you can make custom games and share them across the servers and stuff like that. So you can just literally go in and play party games in arcade all day if you want.
Oh, okay.
You're not strictly like you can do quick play, which is like just normal what everyone would play, like TDM type thing. But we actually float around an arcade a lot when we kind of get stressed out from competitive.
Yeah. Now, so they have a ranking system, right?
Yep.
Okay. So if you lose a game, you're going to get set back a lot of progress, right?
I don't even know exactly how it works because it feels like sometimes it's like I win one and I gain like 40 points, which is a decent amount. And then it's like I lose one and I lose like 50 points. And I lose another one, it's another 50 points. And it's like, you literally are like grinding out. And the one thing it's kind of shitty about is that if you're not playing with like a full 6-man group, you're really dependent on those other people. Like every person pretty much counts for the most part. So if you have like 1 or 2 people that are just bombing the whole thing, there's no way to carry them. It's not like Call of Duty where I can just be like 80-5 and carry the team. No. So it's a very team-driven game, but I think that also makes it kind of fun. On PC, it's worse because you can type in chat, and I call people a lot of things that I should have probably been banned for, but...
Now, do you spend most of your time playing on PC, or do you play on console?
I mostly started on console, and then it's a funny thing. I went to a wedding like 3 weeks ago. Josh's best friend got married, and we got sat down with a group of people that we had met when we lived in Kokomo, and we're just talking about like what we do and blah, 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 blah. And she brings up World of Warcraft, and we're like, oh, you play Blizzard games? And she's like, yeah, I play WoW really heavily, and we play Overwatch. And I was like, I have Overwatch for PC, but I never play it because everyone I play with is on console. And we got to talking and had like a 3-hour conversation about PC gaming and all this shit. So we actually have a group of people on PC that we play with now. So we're kind of balancing it back and forth, I guess, between console and PC.
I see. So they're trying to win you over from the peasant box.
Yeah, and I the Steam sale just happened, so I was like, I'm going to spend like $30 and buy some PC games. Fuck.
That was like a deal-o-rama.
Oh my god. And then the
Steam
Prime
sale.
Day sale was yesterday, so it's like a week of just, or 2 weeks of crazy.
Well, I was very keen on the Prime Day thing. I was checking it out, but I just didn't see anything that made me click.
There was a couple things I was looking at. I really have been thinking about getting the Echo. Like, I've really been, like, tossing it back and forth. Just, like, I like the idea of being able to, like, turn off all, like, my lights in my house by voice activation, and I have a smart TV and all this other stuff that I can hook up to it. So it's like, do I want to spend the money? And I ended up not. I was like, nah, it's not worth it. Maybe.
I wonder how many of those things that they've sold. Is it a big seller?
God. Oh yeah. Well, it makes your house a smart house.
A smart house. I don't want my house smarting off.
Smart alecky house.
I mean, fuck, you can get Bluetooth lights now that you can control on your phone. So it's like we're living in an age of craziness.
So do you have one of those Japanese, smart toilets?
No. I rent my house, so no.
See, that's what you do. So
maybe
Echo,
I'll ask my landlord.
Echo, spray my butt.
I meant the cold water, not the hot.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's my Madge.
Well, not so much for me, but yeah.
For me. Oh.
No, but for the most part, we have like a fairly technological house. I mean, we just upgraded to gigabyte internet, which
Kick ass.
it's
All right.
literally the best thing.
Now you got a Steven house, man.
They just added it to our neighborhood, and it was actually like $30 cheaper than what we were paying before for 100. So it was
Wow.
like, why would I even like question this decision? Bam.
Is that Comcast or
Fios.
Fios? Okay, so not Sprint, Verizon.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
Yep. They're the only one in, at least in this area, in like the metro area of Pittsburgh, that have like good internet. Comcast is such shit to deal with.
So you could upload a video lickety split.
Yeah, not even a question. Like all the downloads on my Xbox are like,
Which brings us to a point. Why aren't you uploading videos on your YouTube channel?
YouTube is just so. This is why I went streaming. It's like, as
YouTube's
much as
dead.
yeah, not necessarily it's dead. The whole adpocalypse thing really, I think, hurt a lot of YouTubers and pushed a lot of people to streaming, and I just don't see the growth happening fast enough to make it feasible, if that makes sense. So it's like, I have kind of a plan going on with Mango and Bojangles right now that is kind of sort of secret that we might do something YouTube related.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
So we're waiting for him to finish moving to Colorado before we start doing that.
Well, you know, he'll be good for nothing. He'll be like zonked out on weed all the time. You won't be able to, get him to open his eyes.
I think that'll be pretty fun, though.
Oh, no, now he drinks a lot of beer, though. It's not the weed, it's the beer.
He drinks really good beer, too.
He drinks good beer. Good beer.
Mango, if you're listening to this, I fucking am jealous every time you post a good beer on Facebook. And I'm like, I'm going to go live at Mango's basement.
Not if I get there first.
Just save me a corner. I just need a mattress.
Corner, hell, I just need underneath the stairs, man. Just like put a little shed door in there,
Harry Pothead.
Every so often, man, throw a couple buds in there and, give me a little video screen with a controller and that's it.
We'll get you one of those, 13-inch tube TVs and just stick it in the corner.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what would Mango do if you tried to give him a Coors Light?
He'd probably
slap you.
Yeah, with the bottle.
With the bottle.
No, he'd break the bottle.
See, there's not too many people that you find that like sour beers, and if you've ever had a sour before, it's a completely different experience. So it's like to find that 1% of craft beer people that also enjoy something that you like, you're like, yes.
Sour beer? I don't know if I've ever had sour beer.
There's a ton of craft beer. There's so many different kinds of craft beers now. You can't even keep track of them. Everyone has a fucking craft beer now.
Everybody's got a label, man. I mean, every time Dick an idiot.
My one friend at work, we were talking about craft beers because her brother's super into it, and she's naming off all these places. And she's like, "How don't you know this? It's in Pittsburgh." I'm like, "Because there's 500 restaurants that all have craft beer. You can't keep up with it." So it's kind of fun to go to a different place and just kind of test the waters and see what's there. And then there's always that you can go to.
So beer is your alcohol of choice, or are you a martini person, or mojitos, or what? No
mojitos, no. I don't know. I went on a whiskey kick for a long time, and the hangovers were unreal. So kind of sticking to beer. And the older I'm getting, the more I'm getting to be like, I like wine.
Oh, wine.
I'm not fancy yet. Give me some more age first. But
so you drink the ones in the box, huh?
No, I know better than that. There is a picture on MySpace somewhere of me with a fucking bag from the wine with a straw through it.
There's also a picture on Instagram of a lady with a purse with a fucking wine box in it with tap sticking out.
That's going to be me in 6 or 7 years. Give me to my mid-30s, almost 40s, and that'll be me.
No, I think it's great that they have wine in a box.
I do too, man. It's kick ass.
Just grab the handle, go.
Well, it fits so nicely in the refrigerator compared to the bottles.
Bottles are awkward. Bottles are super fucking.
So if you go to a real fancy restaurant and you order wine and they bring out the box, would you like to smell the bag?
Would you like to lick the spigot?
Oh God, souvenir. Actually, one of the first alcoholic beverages I was ever sold as an underage person was wine in an Olive Garden.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was me and Josh went out on a date. And I was I think 19, and they were like, "Do you want wine?" And I looked at him and I was like, "Yeah, let's get some wine with our meal." Getting Cartas, and I'm like, "Fucking yes, this is awesome." And now that I'm way over age, I'm like, "Oh, I'm an idiot. I can just order wine now. Who cares?"
So did you drink so much that you upchucked your tortellini afterwards?
No, they have a weird policy where you can only drink so much of the bottle before you leave. So we went home and chugged the bottle. I think you're allowed a glass or two of the actual bottle. And we were like, nah, not enough to get drunk. Let's go home.
Yeah. Seems like getting sick, after eating an Olive Garden meal would be pretty revolting.
Chicken Alfredo coming back up, not a good look.
Definitely.
Look at Flex. He's like, no.
Now, do you consider Olive Garden an Italian restaurant?
No.
Oh, that ain't
That's
Italian.
cute. That's like saying Panda Express is actually Chinese food.
It's like saying Chef Boyardee is Italian, man.
Right.
Really?
Like, I mean, it is Italian when you think about it, but it's super Americanized Italian food. It's not
Italian-ish.
Yeah.
Well, it's just barely a notch above Chef Boyardee.
Well, don't get me wrong. I love the chef, man. I gotta have me my beefaroni.
I'm SpaghettiOs, man. SpaghettiOs.
You like the SpaghettiOs?
I like the
With
ravioli.
the Franks? With the little hot dogs in it? Oh, them are fucking... And the little meatballs? Oh, them are little fucking
The
meatballs.
SpaghettiOs. You know, if you're a person who's like low on funds, you can go to the grocery store and you could buy the generic brand SpaghettiOs. One of the cheapest things that you can possibly buy. It's like they're super, super cheap.
The only thing
Like
cheaper
cancer in
is
the
ramen.
Ugh.
Ramen noodles. And there's no such thing as generic ramens.
Oh my God.
It's cheap.
Did you know that Pringles is making a ramen noodles flavored fucking Pringle?
How is that possible?
Really?
I assume they just took like the chicken seasoning packet out of it and just dumped it in Pringles and shook it up and sold it, but it's like a Dollar General exclusive.
Wow.
I saw it randomly when I was scrolling through Facebook. I'm like, that is fucking disgusting, but I'll probably buy one just to try it.
Well, you know what? I bought Lay's potato chips that were biscuits and gravy flavored.
You got the biscuits and gravy, huh?
The cappuccino one was the worst.
Did you like them?
I love the biscuits and gravy. Now, cappuccino, that sounds like a crime against nature.
It was really bad. Like, I was working at Walgreens when that all first was like starting to be a thing. So when we get them in, we'd try and we'd all like pitch in, buy a couple bags. And oh my God, some of those were fucking gross.
Well, I've seen
That's
ketchup.
The latest thing, the kids are snorting cocoa now with caffeine in it.
What is
Seriously. It's a thing. They're snorting cocoa, ground up powdered cocoa with caffeine and taurine in it.
I mean, I'm coming from the generation that snorted pixie sticks, so I can't say much, but goddamn.
People
Pixie
snort
sticks.
pixie sticks?
Oh, God.
When I was a kid, oh yeah. Dude, because they came in the fucking little tubes, so we would dare each other to just stick up your nose and go,
Oh, man.
oh, I did it once. It is the worst experience of your life.
Oh,
How
Lord.
bad did that burn?
Oh, I vomited like everywhere.
I bet.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Now, when I was a kid, we had something called Lick-O-Maid.
I thought you were going to say cocaine, but all right.
It had a stick, a
It
candy
came with a little
stick.
candy stick, and then it was powder, and you dip the stick into the powder and stuff.
You get spit on the stick.
Oh, like
the
Fun
stick-
Dip?
Yeah, exactly.
Fun
Yeah,
Dip.
yeah.
It's the dumbest
Dude.
fucking idea. I was like, whose idea was that? It's like,
I ate Fun Dip the backwards way. I would take the powder,
Eat the powder, and then eat the
powder,
stick.
eat the stick. Yep.
you
Deconstructed Fun Dip.
could just lick your finger and stick it in the stuff, and got this bright red finger.
I was like, I want that sugar high.
Yeah, and if I was real greedy, I'd cut all three tops and then just take them all at once. And,
It was never that bad. Ugh.
Oh, Lord.
sugar addict.
Yeah, plus, like, I'm from the generation of, like, warheads and all those weird sour things. So, it's like, all of our intestines have got to be, like, liquid pretty much at this point.
So what's the sourest one? I mean, lemon heads is nothing. I mean, warheads
They have,
is
like,
more
mega
sour.
warheads that are super, like, sour.
It's like an arms race. It's like sourness.
Yeah. I actually had a friend that ate too many Sour Patch Kids when we were a kid and had to go to the fucking hospital because she couldn't taste anything afterwards and fucked up her taste buds real bad.
Really?
Wow.
Yep. We went to the movies and she got like one of the like big boxes and we're like a kid and she's just piling them down. Little skinny girl. And
Wow.
completely fucked up her taste buds for a while.
They had to amputate her tongue, but it's okay. They outfitted her with a rubber tongue, and so she sounds a little funny when she talks. But
She has a lisp. It's okay.
it's a
We don't
prosthetic
judge.
tongue. But her boyfriend is really happy. You know, he's like,
Oh,
"Oh Lord,
wrong on so many levels.
that's bad."
But I digress. That was funny.
It wouldn't be BPU if it wasn't messed up.
That's true. That's true. You look like you're playing a bagpipe.
Oh, what this?
Yeah.
Most people call it a dildo. We didn't realize it till after we bought it. It kind of looks like a weird shaped dildo.
Steely Dan.
That thing's huge, man.
That's what she. I mean, it's like.
Wow.
Damn.
It's pretty big.
It's like,
but we've had hookahs forever.
Mine's just puny.
I mean, I have one of those too.
Oh.
Well, see, you inspired me to actually light up a cigarette.
Mine has THC.
I have not had a real cigarette in fucking forever.
Real THC.
So
THC.
the ones that you're smoking are nicotine, is that right?
This is nicotine, yes.
Yeah. Now, does it actually satisfy your nicotine crave?
I mean, I don't really have much of a nicotine crave anymore. I stopped smoking cigarettes. I started smoking these, which these are just like little vape pens. They're not really that great. This one's actually almost good. I need to get a new one. But that helped me kind of wean myself down because I can control how much nicotine was actually in it.
Mm-hmm.
And now I just smoke hookahs occasionally when I come home. My hospital actually like banned all smoking before work or during work. Like you can't come with any scent of cigarettes on your clothes. They will literally send your ass the fuck home. And you can't smoke for whatever the duration of your shift is. So that kind of killed that ability. So it was an easy thing to do.
Wow, that's hardcore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a hospital, and they want you to not smell like cigarettes, especially when we have a policy where patients can't go outside and smoke. So that was a big issue. So what was it, like in July of 2014 or 15 they got rid of it?
Wow. A lot of people don't know, too, that when you smoke, no matter what you smoke, whether it's cigars, cigarettes, pipe, weed, whatever, you end up with a residue on you that when you hold babies or touch other people, it gets on them.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, like, you would see people that worked in the OR that would go outside and smoke cigarettes between surgeries, and it's like, there's no way that's sanitary. No way. No fucking way. I don't care how much you scrub it, it's still on your actual scrubs.
Right,
yeah.
Right. Well, they got to do something because, like, a person like me holds a lot of babies in a day. I mean,
just covered babies. I mean, you poke people's eyes. I mean,
No, I work at a hospital too, and we actually have a smoking shelter. We have 3 smoking shelters. It's a big hospital.
We had
3. Yeah.
They have. They got rid of 2 of them, and there's 1 left for patient visitors only.
Oh, okay.
Or public if they want to just sit there. It's like a little enclosure. So.
Now, what if you wanted to do plug, chaw, chewing tobacco? You know.
I mean, technically, you could. I know people that do. A lot of the people that used to smoke actually do that now.
But you gotta gut it.
I wouldn't do that if you paid me.
I chewed for 23 years. I gutted it for 10.
No, that didn't make you sick.
I tried it once and I got really, really, really sick because the nicotine rush hit me and I got super dizzy and instant vomit.
I did end up with an ulcer from it.
Ugh.
Well,
same thing happened to Josh. He instantly vomited.
Yeah,
strong.
The very first time I encountered like a plug of chewing tobacco, like they sold it in a square, and you just bit a corner off.
Right.
Yep.
It's like
it's got molasses in it and some sugar and stuff to make
gooey.
it taste good.
It's gooey.
I mean, that's essentially what a hookah is. It's molasses and tobacco.
So yeah, I stuck that in my mouth, bit it, and like, I don't know what happened, but it's like the second I bit into it, it's just like this
instant vomit.
This vile reaction. It's like, oh my god, who can do that shit?
That's fucking flex, obviously, but oh my god.
I haven't chewed for, I want to say 15 years, 16 years.
That's a good thing.
Now, did you use like Red Man or something like that, or did you?
Oh no,
like
I chewed Skull fine cut and Skull long cut.
Well, now Skull is not really chewing. You just stick a pinch between your cheek and gum.
It's gross. I'll take it from someone who did it for 23 fucking years. It's gross.
And you gotta spit.
There's nothing about it that's glamorous or cool, or there's nothing cool about a tin of chew in your back pocket.
Don't smoke, kids.
There's nothing cool about a tin ring in your jean jacket or your pocket or your jean jacket pocket. That shit ain't cool, man, because you're gonna lose your fucking teeth.
You know what is cool though?
What's that?
What?
Camel bucks. You remember those motherfuckers?
What's that?
The little when you would buy Camel cigarettes, they would have Camel bucks in there.
Bucks.
Oh yeah. I remember Joe Camel.
Cool Joe Camel stuff.
Yep. When Josh's dad passed away, we were like cleaning up all of his shit. We found a gallon Ziploc bag full of Camel bucks that he was saving up, and then I guess it went out of business or they stopped that trade, whatever.
Aww.
But he had like a shit ton of them in there. I don't know what the fuck he was saving up for, but we're like, yeah, we'll keep these because these are never going to happen again, and they're kind of cool.
Yeah, that's something that they shit canned all that.
That's funny because they probably, you can use it to buy things like skis and bicycles, stuff that smokers are not going to have much use for.
Like
cross-country skis. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, they got rid of a lot of those advertiser things for cigarettes because it enticed kids and younger people to do it.
All that happened is the smoking companies saved money on advertising, so they made more money.
Yep, but they're getting taxed out the ass now. Smoking's not really going to be a thing for much longer.
Yeah.
Couple decades.
Who's getting in on the class action suit?
Yeah, there you go.
I don't know about that. Well, January 1st, the price of cigarettes. No, it wasn't January 1st. It went into effect in June. That's right. It went into effect in June 1st, I think. California, the tax on cigarettes went up $2. Went up
Holy
$2.
Shit. So wait, what is a pack of what do you smoke? Like Marlboros or?
I smoke Cools.
How much is a pack of Cools in California?
It's like if you buy it in a carton, it's $7 a pack.
What if you buy it by pack?
I don't buy it by pack because it's too expensive.
No.
I buy it by carton.
What is it, like $9 a pack?
Or really expensive?
Probably $8 or $9 a pack. I don't know.
Whew.
But it's $70 for a carton. It's like, for God's sakes.
That's insane. I remember getting cartons for like $20-something for my mom when I was younger.
Yep. That's what it used to be.
And she smoked Virginia Slims, which is I guess a more name brandy whatever fucking cigarette.
I used to get cartons of Marlboros for $20, man.
When I started smoking, I was smoking Marlboros, and they were, I think, $4 or $5 a pack. They're like
really?
$9.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. In Indiana, they're cheap as shit. They're like $6 in Indiana.
Wow. When I first started smoking, they were 40 cents a pack.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you started a long time ago, though. When I started chewing, chew was only 60 cents a box. Now it's $8 a box.
Well, let's see. This is... I don't even know how much is in here. I think this is 250 milligrams.
What is that? Milligrams, is that a package of wet ones?
This is the shisha I'm using in my hookah. It's just...
Oh, wow.
And this is $15.
So is that some kind of tobacco mixed with something?
Yeah, it's tobacco that's rolled in orange molasses.
Wow.
So when I smoke this, I get a real intense orange flavor.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's like orange tangerine, man.
Pretty much. It's super zesty. It's really good.
Tangerine dreams.
Better than sitting there smoking cigarettes. It's now that I don't smoke cigarettes, the smell, I can just pick it up like that. And it's ugh.
Yeah.
Did you ever smoke those?
Time you want it.
Yeah. Did you ever smoke those vile clove cigarettes?
No.
Those are actually unhealthy and bad for you.
Really?
They're bad for you. Yeah, even worse than regular cigarettes.
Yep.
What was it?
And they make you smell like a douchebag.
Yeah, they do.
If you
spray some Axe on.
I knew this one hippie chick when I was in college that used to smoke them. She was always trying to get me to smoke them. I was like, nah.
Nope, I only managed to smoke Marlboros the whole time I smoked cigarettes.
Did ya?
Yep, Marlboro Gold special blends, and they're the Kings, not the Hundreds.
Oh, you smoked the Kings?
Yep.
Nah, me, man. I smoked the shorties, man. The Marlboro Straights.
Yeah, the shorts.
If my ex-wife used to smoke the Hundreds.
I can't do that. By the time I get a third left, I'm I don't even want this.
I used to break the filters off and smoke them straight.
Woo!
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so she quit smoking Hundreds and started smoking Marlboro Straights so I wouldn't break the filters off no more.
Like if someone would hand me 100, I would snap the end of it off, toss it, and then smoke it.
Yeah. You smoke hundreds, don't you, Amy?
Yeah. To me, it's they charge the same for hundreds or kings, so I figure I might as well get more cigarette for my money.
That, or I would sit there and I would just hold it and like kind of let it simmer, like kind of how like Yam is doing, where you're smoking it, but at the same time you're just kind of letting it sit there. Like I found that was like pretty much how I would smoke hundreds, because my mom smoked hundreds, and so.
Well, what was that girly brand of cigarette you're talking about? You bought your mom?
Virginia Slims.
Aren't those like 120 or something, like super long and skinny?
Yep.
Very dainty though. They're very dainty and very feminine.
They're really easy to smoke though, because of how like narrow they are. You can burn them down really fast, and you feel like you're getting a full cigarette, and you're really like not getting an actual size of a cigarette.
Yeah, that's how you can tell you're dealing with a fine lady, is she smokes a delicate cigarette.
My mom is a very fancy lady, I must tell you.
That's a fancy woman.
Fancy.
No, she and then when Virginia Slims got too expensive, she went to Pyramids, which I don't even know if you have them there, but they're like a generic-y cigarette. Really shitty. Really shitty. They taste like absolute shit.
There's a brand called Doral.
We don't have those.
If you want to save a little bit of money, you can buy Doral.
Yeah, hers, I think the Pyramids were like $5 a pack instead of like $7 or whatever it was for Virginia Slims at the time.
Yeah.
Don't do drugs or smoke cigarettes, kids.
No, don't do like Flex does.
That's not a drug.
I recommend against it. Well, I don't drink. I
mean, that's good. You won't ever get cirrhosis. Oh,
yeah, me and Flex don't.
I haven't drank for 10 years.
I haven't drank for
10 days. 10
yeah,
minutes?
about 10 days. About
10 minutes?
No, I don't really drink as much. I kind of just smoke and then smoke hookah and play my games and do my thing.
You know, so in a lot of European countries that are very, very big on beer, and they drink a lot of beer in those countries, they drink their beer room temperature.
Certain beers are better at room temperature, and some are better like cold.
Yeah,
that is a
depends on the beer.
Yep. Like certain craft
flavor,
beers,
the body, the hops, whatever, all that shit factors in.
Certain ones will literally say on the bottle or the can or whatever it comes in, best served at room temperature. So you pretty much just kind of have to pay attention to it, and a lot of certain craft beer companies just do like a whole line of them that are like that.
And then if you get certain brands of beer that are popular in East Oakland, you know, it's like Old English 800. It says serve very cold.
Serve very cold.
Yeah,
like,
because
like
it tastes like shit.
Well,
yeah, like a lot of the domestic and the lagers and stuff like that. Like, what was it, Coors Light or whatever? It does like the Rocky Mountains. If it's super cold, it's like Blue Mountains, because you want to drink them while they're cold because they're better. Like if you let like a Yingling or a Budweiser or something sit out, it gets really fucking gross really fast.
Yeah. Well, when it's really cold, you don't taste it very much.
No.
So I mean, have you ever drunk Country Club or Old English 800 or any of those? Like, this is like the alcoholic beers.
Like malt liquor.
These are malt liquors, like the Alkies, like the people hanging around.
Cold 45.
Cold 45.
Malt liquor.
Mickey's, yep.
Yeah.
Old English Schlitz malt liquor bowl.
Edward's 40 hands.
There you go. Edward's 40 hand.
I haven't done that in a very long time.
Yeah, it's funny. It's like one of the lowest ranking on the scale, like one of the cheapest ones that you can buy. You can get a 40 ounce, and it's malt liquor. It's called Country Club.
Yep.
I mean, is that a good name thing? It's like, oh, it's very, very classy. It's Country Club malt liquor, 40 ounce.
And it probably tastes like piss water.
You all drink 40s and I drink milk.
Or 40s and milk.
Oh, Jesus. Curdling time. You can hear my stomach creaking on that one.
It's like doing Irish car bombs, but with just straight beer.
Oh.
Irish car bombs. I like that name.
You ever get stuck with a cement mixer?
No.
So, not to interrupt, but an Irish car bomb is kind of like you're beating the clock, because if you don't drink it fast enough, the Baileys will get curdled by the Jameson and the beer. So if you don't literally just chug it, you're pretty much fucked. Or if you get a stupid bartender that takes a shot and puts it in it for you, and you're like, by the time that reaches this in front of me, I'm going to be drinking cottage cheese.
Yep. They also call it a cement mixer out here.
Oh, so essentially it's, you take Guinness in a pint glass, fill about like 2/3 of the way full, or half if you want to be a pussy, and you take a shot glass with Baileys and Jameson in it. You dump it in there and you chug, and if you chug it fast enough, it tastes like a vanilla smoothie. It's like the most delicious combination of things ever. If you don't, it is cottage cheese.
Ooh, yeah.
And I've done that twice in my life. Horrible.
Hey, that gives me an idea. Maybe you could invent a drink. You know, there's a lot of people have invented drinks, and a lot of ingredients have been in cocktails. But has anyone actually used cottage cheese?
No, I don't think so.
I don't want to find out.
Are you aware of who Tipsy McSwagger is?
Negative.
No.
Oh, well, he's the representative of Amalgamated Alcohol Supply, and he was trying to get out of Mo on The Simpsons what was in his drink, the Flamin' Mo.
Oh,
when everybody knew it was just Krusty's non-narcotic cough syrup or Robitussin. He was putting Robitussin in, and people were robo-tripping, and they didn't even know it. Robo-tripping.
That's one thing I would not want to experience.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
Robo-tripping?
Well, the one piece of advice I'm going to offer, if you're going to invent a drink that involves cottage cheese, it's not a drink that's served with a straw.
Or one of those like straws for like boba tea.
Yeah.
Like the super thick ones. You killed
man. And on to the next subject.
We all need to go to AA. Let's go.
Tried that once. They kicked me out. They kicked me out.
I would probably get kicked out.
Here's
I'd be
the story.
sarcastic.
Here's the story. Got a DUI. So the probation officer says I got to go to AA. Gives me this stack of slips. I come wheeling into the AA facility, 5 minutes late, drunk and high, dressed about like this with a t-shirt, about like this, wearing shorts. Sat down, they got to me, and they go, "And you?" And I go, "Hey, name's TG, been sober for 5 minutes." Guy called me up to the front of the room, said, "If you don't want to be here, leave." I said, "I have to be here. They made me do it for my part of my probation." He says, "Give me the slips." And he signed the fuckers and sent me on my way.
Wow,
well, I know what you do if I
come
ever
back
get
when you
AA.
want help. And I never went back.
Now, the problem I would have with AA would be the higher power thing.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm a bit of a non-believer. I don't know if you
Just a little.
if you knew this about me, but
you know what? Yeah,
Couldn't tell.
I'm kind of a believer, and AA and treatment really don't work.
No.
Because you got to believe in God and a higher power.
Well, the system just doesn't work. Like it's a revolving
you know what?
door.
It works for some people.
Well,
it works
yeah,
for some
it's not
people.
for
It does
others.
work for some people. But those kind of people are the kind of people who keep going, 5 times a week for the rest of their fucking lives. It's like,
To keep them in track.
do you really want
Those
to?
are the same people that plan slips too.
I mean, do you really want to? Is that how you want your life to be? It's like, yeah, I don't drink, but I go to fucking AA meetings every fucking night. It's like,
Yep.
yeah, I'm not putting it down. I'm not putting it down. If it helps people,
Just
then
not my
great.
God. No, I would
of a
never put it
lifestyle.
down. Anything that anybody has to do to get sober if they're fucked up and need help, man,
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
do it.
I mean, I'm absolutely for anything that works. Fuck it, man.
It just
Except
feels like
electroshock therapy. That's fucked up.
my grandma was actually one of the first people in Pennsylvania that had that weird
Really?
tidbit. Yeah, she suffered from early onset dementia, really, really young, and schizophrenia. So they were trying to treat her with that. Didn't work. Could tell
Bad
you that.
idea. Makes it worse.
Yeah.
No,
God rest Nancy's soul, but she was crazier than shit.
she's crazy as a bed bug.
Oh. Very nice lady. Like, when my grandfather died, she has like the mental capacity of like a 10-year-old child pretty much. So she couldn't really grasp the subject that her husband just died, and it just didn't hit her at all. So it was like the Italian side of my family, mind you, and we're all sitting and we're doing like the burial, and it's raining, and it looks like a fucking like something straight out of The Godfather. A bunch of Italians in the rain with black fucking umbrellas, and my grandma is up in the front, and the priest is doing his thing, and in the middle of the whole entire thing, she just goes, "Can we go vote for John Kerry now?" And we're all just like, "Grandma, what the fuck are you doing? Shut up. Shh. Shh, this is not the right time and place for this right now." And we're all just like, crazy Nancy, just doing crazy Nancy things. Just go with it. Just go with it. So, but yeah, that shit does not work at all.
Yeah. So Flex, you've had a few run-ins with the mental health situation. Have you ever had electroconvulsive therapy?
No, I have not had. I refused it, actually.
They still do it?
They still do it. They definitely still do it.
I had severe depression, and they wanted me to do it, and I refused it. They put you under now, but it still does. Crazy. You still have short-term and medium-term memory loss, and sometimes it does cause damage.
Oh, yeah, because you're literally electrocuting your fucking brain.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, as long as they give me like a mint flavored, thing to keep me from biting my tongue.
Not for me. I am allergic to mint, so I will take a hard pass on that one.
You're allergic to mint?
Something in the mint oil does not mix with me, and it is not a good time for me.
So that's why you're poo-pooing the mojitos, eh?
Yeah. It was kind of shitty. Like 2 anniversaries ago, me and Josh went out. We got sushi, and we ordered like one of those like brownies that you share for dessert. And it comes out, and I'm allergic to raspberries and mint. Only things I'm allergic to. Avocado kind of fucks with me, but whatever.
Wow.
And they bring out this big ass brownie covered in fudge, topped with raspberries and mint leaves.
Oh,
and I was just like, I can't eat that. Fuck.
Oh.
So the lady was nice, and she brought me one without one, and Josh ate that one.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I was like, well, I knew that.
So do I see a fidget spinner behind you?
No.
No. I've never seen one operate. It was like, so what do? You just spin it?
Yeah, I'm one of those people. I'm horrible, I know.
And so that's it. You just spin it, and that's it. That's the appeal.
To be honest with you, I literally bought this because we have a really awesome thing called GoPuff here in Pittsburgh. And essentially, it's a convenience store that delivers it to your house, so I can order anything and have it delivered to my house. And they were doing a special when fidget spinners were craze or whatever. So I was like, fuck it. It's like a couple bucks. Just threw it in my order.
Wow, so you can have Skittles and beef jerky, brought right to your home.
I had hookah supplies, Reese's cups, and like Gatorade last time I ordered from them. So
when you talk about convenience store, you're talking about like a 7-Eleven kind of thing, right?
Yeah, like literally that plus like, let's see. They have like hookah supplies, they have like home essentials, like cups, plates, pots and pans even, like toasters. But they literally have like everything you could think of, and they deliver it right to your house within 30 minutes.
Can they bring you a cold slushie?
Yep.
Within 30 minutes?
Yep. It's like...
Or it's free?
No.
Oh.
They're really, really cool about it, though. They fucked up our orders a couple times, and the manager delivered stuff to us and was like, keep all the stuff that we screwed up. You can have it. Here's all this free stuff, plus some extra free stuff because we fucked up your order.
Wow, that is pretty cool.
Yeah. So, really good company, though. I can order all my hookah supplies without having to leave my house, and I can pretty much order anything where I live. I can order Wendy's, Chipotle. There's so many different services delivered to your house now that it's unreal.
There's really no reason to leave the confines of your man cave anymore.
Like, if streaming ever picked up for me and I never had to leave my house for, like, work or anything, I probably would not go outside. Not even kidding. It's like the only reason to go outside would be to exercise, but I can do that inside, so...
All right. So
and safely without being attacked by some maniac hiding around the corner as you're jogging around the corner.
Dude, there's a lot of crazy people here in Pittsburgh. We have a lot of problems here.
You want to know what's scary? I live in dinky little Austin, Minnesota, little 20,000 people, hormone plant, one horse town. We had a fucking shooting the other night. The guy got busted with $50,000 worth of meth. Yeah.
Meth and heroin are like crazy,
Wow.
crazy.
That's in little Austin, man. I mean, It's like, even here we got big time crime. The guy got shot in the leg, and the guy that shot him got away.
Puglisi got shot in the leg. Like, working in the ER, I see all types of craziness. Like, we have detectives in and out all the time, and
Oh, I'm sure.
it's bad, especially like with the whole opioid crisis that's going on right now. We've had some pretty rough shit lately.
I quit taking pain pills.
Dude,
Yeah.
That's
You
the
were
best
telling
thing
me.
you could have ever done for yourself.
Couple
that
weeks
shit is
ago.
so bad.
A couple weeks ago, a month ago, I went back on the oxycodone for my pain, and I had some bad experiences, and I did some soul searching and shit, and I realized that for
Don't
the
need that
past
shit.
past 15 years, I've been addicted to fucking painkillers.
And it's shitty because
Didn't even realize it. Didn't even fucking know it.
a lot of people, what they do is they get injured and they come in and the people prescribe them painkillers, and then they go to another doctor, get prescribed painkillers, and they get to the point where they're addicted to the painkiller and they had a legit reason to have been on it. And now they can't get prescribed anymore because they've been prescribed it so many times. So a lot of them go to heroin or fentanyl or now carfentanil. And it's like, we've seen more cases of people having to get Narcan in the last, 3 months than we have in years.
Years, yeah.
I think we had 36 in one day last week, which is like...
The thing for me is mine was legit. You know that. I mean, I had fucking kidney stones, bowel obstruction, adhesions, broken bones, rotator cuffs, smashed collarbone, all that shit. Yeah, and I started thinking about it, man, and I'm like, it changed my personality. It changed me. You look at some of the older BPUs, man, check them out. You can tell the difference.
I'm sure you feel a lot better now, too.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Well, so how about the pain, though?
The pain's still there, but I just came to the fucking conclusion that I got to learn to live with it a little bit. And they gave me medical marijuana to help with it.
Yep.
So
yeah,
I can't overdose on that shit.
That's one of the things that, there's so many things inside marijuana that can help people, and it's not just let's get stoned.
Well, for me, it's a multi-use because I have anxiety, I have nausea and vomiting from my chemo, I have pain, so I can have it for whatever. The barrier is the cost. It's unbelievably expensive in Minnesota.
Yeah. But it's also an alternative that's not going to give you as many symptoms afterwards.
Right.
So,
and the other thing is if I buy weed on the street, it might have cocaine or fentanyl or meth in it.
That's really fucking common.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you it is because it happened to me.
Yep. I know a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of patients come in where they're like, all I did was smoke weed, and you're like, well, this is what came up in your talk screen.
Yeah, I did a UA, and in my UA, I came up for cocaine.
Yep.
When I confronted the guy I got the weed from, he admitted to it.
Wow.
Well, people do that all the time. And then you get hooked to that one dealer, and then it's like, I'm just going to keep going. And
We had a discussion.
But yeah, Or go ahead.
So for pain, have you ever tried meditation or hypnosis or any of that kind of shit?
Meditation works for me to a point. Hypnosis didn't work. Biofeedback didn't work. I can't do physical therapy on this shoulder because we all know it's fake. I can only do so much physical therapy or it'll wear out. So basically, I'm at a point where I'm just like, the pain's there. I'm gonna deal with it. I'm gonna have to live with it. I got to accept it.
Have you tried a high CBD strain of marijuana or a CBD oil?
That's what we're doing right now. They gave me a sample pack.
It's
three different
really, really, really good for cancer. It's an anti-cancer agent. As well as when you smoke pot, you're getting a mixture of all these different chemicals, but the two main ones are CBD and THC.
Right.
The THC is what gives you the high. So by just doing straight CBD oil, you're getting all the medical effects without getting that psychoactive high. With my mom and the cancer treatment she's going through, we're getting her CBD because it'll help with the chronic pain, the nausea, the issues with that, without giving her that high where she like gets an anxiety attack from it.
Yeah. For me, the THC's working better because I'm used to it, and it stimulates my appetite better. I found the CBD made me really, really tired.
Really?
Yeah, the heavy CBD made me sleepy.
Huh. Were you doing like oil or like the vape?
All vape.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna do. We discussed doing pill, tincture, oil, or the vape, and it was like after I take when I do my chemo pill, man, I can't even drink water without puking.
Oh yeah, trust me, I've seen it.
I know you have.
That shit's not fun.
I know you have.
Yeah.
And
so with that kind of stuff, you have to keep an appetite. That's the main thing they tell you.
Yeah.
So and of course, like that, you walk in, the doctor's like, "Do you take drugs?" And my mom's like, "Nope, not at all."
So have you evaluated the medical effectiveness of gummy bears?
Medical, like
I haven't had a chance to try the edible gummy bears yet.
So that's a thing. It's like medical marijuana shops in Oakland. You know, you can buy gummy bears that are.
Yep.
The same cousin I was telling you about earlier that lives in San Diego, she strictly only eats the gummy bears. Funny you mentioned it. She sent me a Snapchat the other day, and she's just like, and it's this big ass gummy bear. I'm like, you're about to be fucked up.
I just think it's
out
funny.
Here,
of all the ways you could deliver it, that's
in a gummy bear, yeah.
Once it becomes recreationally legal in Pennsylvania, which is around the corner, I will go straight edibles. There's no point to smoking at that point for me.
Yeah.
It's like I can eat a gummy bear and be perfectly good the whole day.
So I wonder if it's going to be cheaper. It's probably going to be cheaper.
Not to, like, what I mostly want to do is once it is recreationally legal, because I'm so paranoid I would never do this before it's actually legal, I'll just start growing my own shit. Why not? I can grow my own medicine, essentially.
Now,
it's fun.
Yep.
Let me tell you from past experience, I don't do it anymore, so that's the disclaimer.
Good old Josh from Indiana, from that little farmer town, can grow us something. Yeah. But, as I said, here, even though it's decriminalized, I would never, ever, ever, ever grow anything here. Fuck no.
Yeah. Oh. Well, now the thing is, no matter how legal your state makes it, technically speaking, federally, it's a crime, and growing it is a potentially humongous crime.
Yes.
There's like mandatory minimums, is like based on weight. You could go to you could do life in prison. You know.
Yeah.
Based
There's
on
people probably life in prison right now for it.
For a plant. Isn't that stupid?
Yeah.
It is. And
doesn't that make no sense? That's how the government is.
The current administration has indicated that they're not going to go easy on that. I mean, they're not in favor of legalized marijuana.
I really hope that they leave it up to the states, like how they originally intended. Because even though we're the United States of America, I still think states should have every say-so in what happens. It makes it easier.
The administration isn't against it. Jeff Sessions is against it.
That is actually true.
And he is a horse's ass that couldn't find his fucking ass with both hands.
Yeah, but he's also the Attorney General.
Fucking delusional fucker.
We just like gotta make it through the next couple years.
Did I use enough swear words?
You were too shy.
So anybody think that Trump is gonna get impeached or quit?
I don't know.
Impeachment proceedings have already been started today.
Well, I mean, everything that's going on with the whole Russian collusion, we'll see.
Yeah.
In my heart, I'm like, probably not, but I really want it to happen.
I think he'll just quit because it's not fun anymore.
I think one of two things are going to happen. Well, one of three things. Either A, he'll continue out, be president. He will not. I don't think he'll ever get reelected. Guaranteed. 2, he gets impeached. Or 3, he does something purposely and gives him a reason to quit and go back to his quote-unquote normal life.
I think he'll quit just because, I
think he'll quit before anything else happens, so.
Yeah,
but
it's just, this being president, they expect me to work a lot. It's like, damn.
Yeah. What was it, a quote a couple months ago where he's like, oh, I didn't think it was going to be this much work. And it's like, you're president of the United fucking States.
You're the fucking leader of the biggest country in the free world, for Christ's sake almighty.
It's like...
You got your nose buried up Putin's ass. What a fucking moron.
It's not exactly a 9-to-5 job,
No, it's like
no, but it's not
12
exactly
to 12.
a stay up at 3 in the morning
24.
tweeting out bullshit either.
You know what is nice, though?
What's that?
And kind of funny, actually. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson put in his official papers to fucking run for president. That'll be interesting.
Kid Rock's running for Senate.
I wouldn't vote for Kid Rock if you paid me.
I wouldn't even go see Kid Rock if you paid me.
No.
That fucking sellout, hypocritical fucking pussy.
I don't know too much about Kid Rock. It's like I was never a giant fan of his music. I mean, it's like it just didn't do much for me.
I'm not that genre of hillbilly. Not quite. So I'll take a hard pass. He was it him that played in Joe Dirt? I think it was. Yeah, he was funny in that. Everything else, not so much.
He was in Joe Dirt. I don't remember that.
Was it him and Joe Dirt? Was it?
Yeah, he was in Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
Him and Uncle Cracker.
Oh my God.
Uncle Creepy.
Huh.
That whole genre can just go away. They can take Insane Clown Posse with them and just go somewhere.
Oh, now. You don't be talking about ICP, man. That's my jam. Just kidding.
No. I was going to be like, and flex.
That's like Insane Clown Posse. Racists.
Juggalos.
Homophobes.
So you're not a juggalo.
Hell no. I'm a gamer. That's about it.
That's what I am. I'm a gamer, man. I'm a simpleton.
If you're going to stick a label on me, call me a gamer.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
So what do you think about social justice? It's a topic that's out there a lot. You see it tons on the internet and stuff.
I don't know. It gets really confusing because they kind of push social justice warriors, and with liberals and everything gets kind of like that whole UC Berkeley thing, and like I think of myself as like bipartisan, center-ish, leaning to the left though. Like I'm definitely not a Republican, but I'm definitely not liberal, if that makes sense. It's like I think if you go too far on each side of the spectrum, you hit radicalism, and I'm not for that.
You're liberal-centric. You're not liberal.
Whatever label.
You're like in between, middle of the road, and liberal.
I like what a lot of the Democratic Party does, but I think once you go too far left, you get a little too crazy.
So you're saying you hate black people?
Oh, yeah, totally.
Oh, man.
Well, there goes my
Flex Plush.
Just kidding.
No.
All right, so seriously now, okay, so you're a female person. Do you consider yourself, do you use the label feminist for yourself? No.
And I think you can kind of think of feminists in not the same boat, but in the same similar categories like liberals, where, yes, there are feminists that are like actually trying to do things to better improve women's lives in America, et cetera, or wherever, et cetera, et cetera. But I think there's also a giant portion of that the media kind of exploits and shows above like all the rest of it, where it's like super radical feminists, men are the devil, men should die, blah, blah, type shit. And it's like, I just want us to all be equal. I don't want men to be above women. I don't want women to be above men. I just kind of think we should just all call it even.
So, do you feel like you're oppressed?
There actually has been situations where I have been paid less than my male counterpart that has less experience than me. So I have actually experienced that.
You have experienced the wage gap.
Yep, I have experienced the wage gap by almost $1.
Wow.
With me having 4 years more experience than him.
I will admit that I have experienced the wage gap. I once had an employer that I was hired on. This is when I was a brand new optician, when I had no experience. My male boss, I was working directly for him. He had another optician who was a female. She was a Filipino gal, and she had been an optician for 10 years. And he took me aside and said, okay, So I'm going to give you an extra $100 a month. Don't tell Elizabeth. So he just give me $100 cash every month. So
What?
even though our salaries were the same, our hourly salaries were the same,
You had some gratuity.
he was giving me $100 extra a month.
Slipping a little
That's
skin on
so-
the side.
Now he
God.
didn't say it was because I'm a guy,
But you can infer.
but I sort of figured that's what his rationale was. It's like, but you know what? Am I going to refuse it?
Hell no.
Am I going to refuse $100 a month? No, I'm sorry.
No.
I kept my mouth shut. I felt bad that she was on the receiving end of an actual wage gap, but it's like, hey, you know, he was a dickhead, though. He was really a dickhead.
Like, I kind of want to chop it up to the fact that our HR department at work is pretty shitty, even though we're the second largest employer in the state of Pennsylvania. But it's like, I got Tyler, you guys remember Tyler, I got him hired on at my job. And I'd been there for several years already, and they had hired him in making like 80 cents more an hour than me. And I'm like...
Really? Well, did he have the same exact job title as you?
Same exact job title. Never had worked in a hospital or around any kind of equipment or anything like that. Hired him in at more money than I was making.
Now, is there any other possible explanation that you could come up with that could explain that?
Nope. Like, if you look at the way that we have like our hiring thing on our careers, is it gives you a minimum and a maximum that you can be hired in at. It just kind of gives you an idea of what you may or may not start making. And when I left and moved to Indiana, I quit that job, worked for Walgreens in Indiana, and when I moved back to Pittsburgh, I got my job back. So when they hired me back, since I was considered a rehire, they essentially gave me my
lost your seniority.
Well,
Or you
kind
kept
of.
it. Or you kept it. I don't know which way.
We were still in the same like wage range, but for some reason I was at the very bottom of the range and he was in the middle when they hired him in. I have no idea why. I can't explain it.
Well, do you feel like there's a systemic patriarchy situation kind of going on that was causing that?
I literally have no rhyme or reason other than the fact that he's male.
Yeah. Now, do you think there is a such thing as a patriarchy? Do you buy into that?
In some situations, yes, but I think that people also exploit it to just be like, well, I'm oppressed. I'm oppressed. And it's like, in some situations, yes, by all means, women and, minorities are oppressed, but I think that it's also used and exploited a lot too, so it's hard to tell. But I don't know. I could just be paranoid, but it just seems weird to rehire me making the minimum amount that I could possibly make and then hire him in making more than me.
So you are a feminist, SJW.
I guess so. Let me go get my little cat hat and start going in the streets.
You have to dye your hair blue.
No, I'm good. I'll keep the brown.
Yeah.
But no. What about you, Yam? Are you a feminist?
No.
See?
See, you know what? I am in favor of equal rights. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I'm absolutely in favor of equal rights, and I actually do. I do believe that women get kind of a raw deal as a whole. I think in some ways they get a bit of a raw deal. Is it because there's this like scheming like group of guys that is like colluding to keep women down? I don't think that's the case at all.
No, I think it's also partially like people are in the time of like our parents, if that makes sense, where like you're naturally inclined to think of women as less of a being than a man, if that makes sense.
Well, what I think it is like the culture that we live in is like girls. There's nothing stopping a woman from doing anything she wants or becoming anything she wants. It's like we've eliminated all the laws. We've enacted laws that says you can't discriminate. And,
on paper, but not socially.
Yeah, right. Well, women can be pretty much anything that they like, but women don't choose to do certain kind of things for whatever reasons. They don't choose certain things, and they could. There's nothing that would prevent them.
Yep.
It's like if you want to be, whatever, you could go that route, but women just don't pick that.
No, and I think that we're also, like, you gotta think, what was it, the 50s or whatever, when women were actually able to vote? We're not that far away from when women were actually suppressed. So give it some generations, I think things will kind of equal itself out. And I also think it's, like, kind of, like, environmental as well. Like, here in Pittsburgh in the metro area, you don't really see that as often. But when I lived in Bodunk, nowhere, Indiana, you saw it all the time. And, like, when I worked at Walgreens, my store manager was the only female store manager in the whole entire district. And she had been there for like 20 years and worked her ass off and watched men get promoted before her with less experience than her. So I've heard and I've seen it where, like, I had a friend that was trying to get a promotion and they literally promoted like 3 guys before they would even like take her promotion for an interview. And they would always say, well, it's a boys club. You just got to dig your heels down in the dirt, work twice as hard, show them. And it's like, it's shitty that in some cases, yes, women have to work harder and prove more to get what a man could walk in and get.
Yeah.
So, I think it's partially environmental, partially certain companies are like that, I'm sure. And mine's fairly diverse.
It's cool, man. I've seen it in a lot of companies. I worked for a lot of corporations as a consultant, and I've been in a lot of corporations, and I've seen a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. You know, as a network administrator / data repository expert, et cetera, you're privileged to a lot of information that people aren't. And of course, I have kept that confidential. But I can tell you that I have seen direct examples where there is still inequality, and it's happening in all sorts of different companies, big, small, and medium.
Well, a lot of companies will hire minorities or they'll hire women before men, which is basically like playing devil's advocate. It's the same thing for men. Like, as a white male, you're less likely to get any grants or scholarships going into college. You're less likely to get into a college. Right. You're less likely to do a lot of things because you are the majority compared to the minority. So, in a sense, it goes both ways. So, I guess it's just whatever side you really want to pick in that scenario.
In the California Civil Service exam, it's like it's weighted differently. It's like everybody's taking the same test, but if your race is this or that, they'll add points, and if you're a female, they'll add points. So if you're a white male, they don't add any points.
Stacked against
they don't add any points. But if you're like a black or Hispanic female, they will add points according to some formula that they've worked out. So in a way, there is some reverse racism.
Even I could take advantage of that racism because I'm batshit crazy. So I could take advantage of it saying that I got a disability. Yep. You know, so they're right there. I would be taking that. It'd almost be racism right there because I'm getting something somebody else isn't, because just because I have a disability doesn't mean, you know, that Joe Blow over here doesn't deserve a fair shake at the job too.
Well, it boils down to diversity. A lot of these companies or organizations or institutions want to bring in and have that number so they can say, hey, we have X amount of black people, we have X amount of women, we have X amount of this minority, because they have to have it.
Right.
So I've seen cases like when I was in high school and we were like going and picking our colleges and getting accepted into colleges. I had a friend, very smart, black male, don't get me wrong, but he got accepted to the main campus at Pitt over someone who had a slightly higher SAT than him, who got accepted to an off-campus who was a white female. So it's like,
well, it looks good. It looks good on their diversity. You know, it's like we have this many, you know, of that, and we have this many. So it's like if you're one of the protected groups, they're gonna like bend over backwards not to fire you. I mean, it's like they're gonna try like crazy not to fire you. You know, whereas like if you were like a white guy, you'd get your ass fired
a lot faster because they can replace you with 500 other white guys that want your job. Like right now, like a lot of like the cybersecurity and like the IT jobs are like scrambling to find women because there's no women in those job professions.
Now, why is that? Why is there something stopping?
To find people.
Is there something stopping women
from? Particularly want women.
If you want to be an IT professional, you're
less likely, or I don't know the statistic behind it.
I don't think they go in for it. That's what I think.
No.
That's
like if I was to go to school and get my associates or my bachelor's in IT, I could walk into a job like that because I'm a woman. Not because I'm qualified for the job per se or not for that, but because on my checkboxes, I can say Caucasian, female. I'm more likely automatically.
Yeah, but would you really want to code and do all that shit? You know, it's like
no, no, I'm good. As much as I hate the hospital, it's not that bad. I mean, it's money, yeah, but nah. I need to get up and do something. Like, if I have a week off of work or a vacation, I'm not doing anything, but like kind of sitting around the house, I'm like, I gotta go the fuck outside. Like, I know I don't want to, but like, just some fresh air would probably feel really good right now.
Lawn bowling. You should take up lawn bowling.
No, I'm good. I have a deck, so the balls. We played beer pong one time on the deck and lost like 20-something fucking beer pong balls in the forest behind our house. I was like, nah, this is probably not a good setup, guys.
No, I'm telling you, lawn bowling. It's the latest craze.
So I take out one of the pillars on my deck and have to replace it.
We need more cowbell.
More cowbell.
I got a fever.
What could BPU do to make lawn bowling a thing? Can we do hashtag lawn bowling?
Okay, here's the deal. At the end of the show, you have to put on athletic supporters and we'll bend over.
How about we fly both of you out
and
the
you, not me.
lawn bowling?
Just me and you.
Yeah. Now in Pittsburgh,
Are you getting no promo for lawn bowling?
That's it. In Pittsburgh, you probably are more likely to do that thing where somebody throws a rock and there's people with brooms in front of it.
No, it's more likely to like.
Oh, you mean that thing that we
trap
won
shooting or
2
something?
years ago? Sorry.
Well, what is that? Is that curling? I think it's called. You know what I'm talking about? It's on
That's
ice.
Minnesota. That's Minnesota. Yeah, that's a Minnesota thing, man.
Yeah, that's definitely not a Pittsburgh thing. We're definitely hockey out
You
here.
mean where they run the little broom in front of the
Yeah. Somebody throws a rock. It's on ice. And there's people in front of it, and they're sweeping. They're sweeping the ice in front of the rock.
Oh, I've seen that at the Olympics where they're like...
They look like they're jerking off.
Yeah, they're like trying to like keep it... That's
like
so
that,
weird.
That is the dumbest fucking thing in the whole universe.
I've just seen it during the Olympics. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, what? Why is that little tiny Asian lady have a broom and she's... What is she... Okay.
I mean, if that sport makes it to the Olympics, I mean, Jesus Christ. Anything can be in the Olympics.
No, I thought you were talking about hockey, though. I'm like...
Okay, so
yeah.
do you guys have a good hockey team?
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
Are you another planet? Holy shit.
What's the name of your team?
They just won the fucking Stanley Cup again.
2 years in a row.
They're going for a three-peat.
Okay.
We have one of the best people in the NHL on our fucking team.
Yep.
So you're the Pittsburgh what?
Penguins.
The Penguins. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Penguins.
But Minnesota is still the state of hockey.
Yeah, you got me on that. But we have won a fuck ton of Stanley Cups.
You guys, you broke my heart in 91, man.
Yeah.
And 92.
Was it 92 or 91?
Well, they won consecutively. I think it was 91, 92. Yeah.
They beat the North Stars in 91.
Yeah.
In the last game. In the seventh game.
We're pretty good about going to game 7 and then whooping ass.
At the end of the game, they won the fucker. I lost $5,000. I drank for 3 days.
Wow.
Made a $50 bet, 100 to 1 at the beginning of the season to a guy.
I didn't bet at all.
So Flex, are you actually a hockey fan? Do you watch very many games during the season?
Yeah.
He lives in Minnesota.
You betcha. We watch a lot of hockey.
You betcha.
They're basically Canadian. What do you think?
We're so close to the border, I say A lot, you know.
Yeah.
You know A? I like to talk like this and say A lot, eh?
Talk like Sarah Palin there, you know. Don't you know?
Don't you know?
So
Don't you know up here in Canada?
We have a hockey team. It's the San Jose Sharks. I don't know much about them.
You guys are actually really good. That's why I'm so surprised you don't know anything about hockey.
Really? The Sharks are good?
Yeah. Well,
Start checking it out, and then in like 6 months you'll be like addicted.
Yeah, you have a good team. You should actually start watching hockey.
Wow. So, I mean, what does Sharks have to do with hockey? I mean, Penguins. Okay, ice, Penguins. That makes fucking logical sense.
I mean, there's a lot of them that's like, why is this in name
Like the
of
Wild. What the fuck does that mean?
the Canucks, whatever. Like,
And what does our logo mean? I don't get it.
There's some of them that are a little weird. And now, what is it? The Las Vegas Golden Nuggets or whatever? And you're like...
Yep, the Nuggets.
Yeah.
The Nugs.
Yeah, everyone's like, the Nugs, oh, they're making pot references. And it's like, you guys are fucking idiots.
Whenever I think of Nuggets, I think of McDonald's.
It would be you. It would be you.
So, Las Vegas. Our football team is going to Las Vegas. The Raiders.
Yeah.
They're
Las Vegas is getting a lot of teams. They stole our goalie, so...
Well,
one of our goalies.
You know that they're gonna love it there because it's gonna be gambling heaven.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They're gonna just love the shit out of it, man. They want a baseball team now.
I don't know. There must be someone all of a sudden buying them up. Speaking of teams, by the way, have either one of you seen the Overwatch League stuff?
No.
Ooh. So the one thing that Blizzard Activision that owns Overwatch. The one thing that they're doing with esports that is like going to be groundbreaking is they're having it set up almost like sports teams. So it gives someone who's starting to learn about esports a reason to root for a team. So now they have, I think, 7 teams confirmed. And they're Korea, America, Brazil, Europe, like things like that. And they're going to do like actual like ESPN streamed, all that kind of stuff, actual Overwatch matches.
No, you're mentioning countries. Is it like going to be the USA team versus the Korean team or something like that?
So in America, I think I can't remember how many total, but there's like New York, Las Vegas, I think Phoenix, Seattle, like some of the bigger cities. And they're all going to be playing like how like you would do professional regular sports.
So is it going to be like the usual suspects, like Evil Geniuses, Optic, that kind of stuff?
There's a couple ones that are like newer that came from other games like CS:GO and all that, but you do have like the Envious, you have like the Luminosity, like those kind of teams still. So
these are established esport teams, and they'll be fielding an Overwatch.
But the nice thing is with Overwatch is if you hit top 500 in competitive, so like you have your regular rankings, right? Like your bronze, silver, gold, blah 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 blah. If you are in the top 500, it's its own specific ranking. So you'll be like master whatever, and then you'll have like the top 500 logo, and it'll tell you what rank you are out of that top 500. And if you're within that top 500, you have a really high chance of being picked up by one of these teams because you've done so well in competitive. So I think they like invite you to like a Discord chat where you can start talking to people that are scouting for people and things like that. So it makes it really easy to transition into it. And they have like a lot of like sub competitions that kind of are like the not the major leagues, but whatever the hell's under that, the minor leagues or whatever, but for Overwatch. So there's going to be a lot of people that are like, I want to do this professionally and can get into it, and it's not like Call of Duty where you have to know someone and be really good and all that.
Yeah. Well, one thing holding esports back is like, at least as far as I know, is for like Call of Duty kind of esports, is like the players change teams so fucking constantly.
That's one thing with Overwatch is once you are signed to that team, you are signed to that team. And they don't do that thing where, like, you'd see the Call of Duty pros on Twitter cussing each other out and acting like a fool. Like, I think it was, like, StarCraft or something. One of the Blizzard games, one of the people got out of line. And they literally were like, you're suspended from playing for 2 years. You're not on the team anymore. No, we're not dealing with this. It made him, like, an example for everyone.
Wow.
Like, they're not fucking around. Like, the LA team was bought for $15 million.
Jesus.
Well, that's good, though. If you want to be serious about it, you got to do that kind of shit to fucking promote it, you know, and have a clean sport.
They're talking about, like, building stadiums and having stadiums built so people can come and watch these games live. Like, they're trying to really push this into, like, an actual sport.
Well, I think that'd be cool. I think it'd be cool. It's like, you know, one thing about video games is, like, if they're playing a video game that's the same video game that you're playing, you can really relate to that.
Yep.
Like hockey or football or basketball or something is like, I don't play those sports. It's like, I can't relate to this guy who's playing football. It's like, I don't go on the weekends and play football, but it's like everybody can relate to gaming shit.
And what they did right is by making these like city teams, it's like, for instance, like I would probably root for New York because that's the closest team to me. So I have a reason to have this team and root for them. It's like when you go and watch, like for me, I haven't watched esports for Call of Duty in a long time. If I would go back into it, I have no idea who I would want to root for. Like I don't even know who's playing. I don't know the players. I know some of the teams. But it makes it so that people can actually get on board with this, even if they're not necessarily like super into it from the get-go.
Well, one thing that's shitty about Call of Duty is they don't play the same game that the public plays. They have all these rules that they're not playing the same
rules.
Yeah, competitive is literally what you're playing for Overwatch.
Yeah. Yeah,
Which
so it's the exact
really
same game, right?
Different.
It's the exact same games that regular people play. The rules are the same for the competitives. I mean,
now that I think about it, competitive and quick play are the same rule set.
So the pros are playing the same game that the
normies are playing.
Everybody else is playing,
yep.
Right? It's like League of Legends is like that. It's like you're playing the same rules.
I tried MOBAs. Can't do it. I've tried.
Really? So you're just not into the MOBAs?
Nope. I tried Heroes of the Storm. Couldn't do it. I was like, meh. Yeah, because
how about
Overwatch
Smite?
had this thing where if you go and you play Heroes of the Storm, you can get skins for Overwatch. And I played one game and was like, nope. X out.
Yeah. Our buddy Tej is very big on Smite.
Yep, he loves Smite.
Tyler plays the fuck out of it, and I just, I can never get into it. It's just, I like MMOs. The farthest thing from an MMO I've played lately is Horizon Zero Dawn. That's pretty much it. Which, if you have, you guys still have your PlayStations, right?
Yep.
I watch Netflix on it.
Yeah, he don't use it.
I now officially own 3 Xboxes and 2 PlayStation 4s, so we're good.
Okay.
You got a Pro?
Yeah. Oh, Josh has the Pro, I have a Slim.
Oh.
When Josh got hired on to GameStop, he walked in and they were like, here's a free Xbox One Elite, or whatever the hell it's called, and or Xbox One S, and a PlayStation 4 Pro.
Wow.
So.
Are you going to get a Scorpio?
No.
Or wait, it's not called Scorpio.
It's
the
X.
The
You're not going to get one,
Xbox One X.
Huh.
I don't see the point in it. I'm not running 4K monitors, and I have no intentions of replacing these monitors anytime soon. They're perfectly fine.
I'm buying a
They're
4K monitor when I get mine.
See, this is already, both my monitors are already like 1 millisecond delay. I'm not buying new ones.
Yeah, I'm not getting that.
I only got one monitor, so I'm due for a new one.
Yeah, for me, I have a monitor over here, and then I have this one that I'm looking at. So usually this one is running PC, and this one's running Xbox, or if I'm on PC, I just run straight from this one.
I don't have no monitor for my other laptop. All I got is nothing.
Yeah,
nothing,
so for me, I would have to buy. I would have to buy the X, which is what, $499, $500, plus new 4K, very low delay monitors, which
are $500.
Easily $500-$600,
and they're gonna be they're still gonna be $500-$600.
My BenQ is like 1 millisecond delay, 27 inches, 1080p, really nice color and picture. I'm not replacing it.
Yeah, I have a ViewSonic 1 millisecond, 27 inch, 1080p, and I am not gonna get rid of it.
Yep.
I got a Samsung 27 inch 1 millisecond.
The only thing I might eventually replace, this is an Asus. It's a 23 inch. It's like, let's see. So,
yeah,
there we go. And it's vastly smaller than this one, obviously. But it has really good refresh rate, has really good color, really good picture, and like no delay. So I'm never getting rid of it.
The delay, man. The delay is what kills you more than anything on lag.
Yep.
That video delay, man.
I have 0 internet lag now, so I'm not getting delay on my monitors.
Well, I found
out
about
Duma?
No.
Yam does.
I own that Duma.
I actually need to replace this router because the router that Fios is renting to us is, it says it's a gigabyte router, but So like the Wi-Fi signal is kind of weird sometimes, so I have everything wired in just to make sure. But the Wi-Fi gets a little wonky sometimes, so I actually need to replace all that at some point.
Yeah, I don't think they'd do my house a gigabit router.
Probably not.
I mean, I don't know.
There's not too many. I did find one someone sent me on Twitter, and it's like $300, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. So like maybe I can get Tyler and Josh to pitch in on it.
Yeah.
Like, you guys want good internet? You're gonna give me $100 apiece.
Yeah, I checked my network. Our fucking neighbor was trying to break into our network.
What?
Yeah, so I dropped a bomb on his fucking computer for him. Ha.
Yeah, my mom steals her neighbor's internet on her iPad because she refuses to get internet. I'm like, so what happens if your neighbors move out at some point? She's like, well, I guess I'll have to eventually get internet.
Damn.
I'm running a speed test on my Wi-Fi right now. The Wi-Fi usually doesn't pull very well, but we'll see. Hopefully it runs.
We're on pins and needles.
Just waiting for it. All right, I have 20 ping. And it looks like it's only getting 50 over the Wi-Fi.
Wow.
Yeah, 50 over the Wi-Fi.
I got 63 over mine earlier.
But
that was lucky because I was right next to the router.
Wired, the last time I did one, it was like 923, I think. And then my upload was like 1100. So it's like, wired in it's good, but for right now, my Wi-Fi is pretty shitty.
Well, what you do is you get a switch. And you can get as many channels as you want and just wire everything.
I thought you meant Nintendo Switch at first. I was like, hell no.
No.
That's not.
I was like, how's that going to solve my problem?
It'll cause you problems, man.
Man, I'm not doing that.
No.
I thought GameStop was going to give one to Josh, but no.
I'm definitely not getting a Switch, man.
I got no plans.
Maybe eventually because I'm a hardcore Zelda nerd, but yeah, not anytime soon.
Well, how are you going to play all your pony games then?
My Little Pony. No, I'm good.
I'm good.
If Overwatch would have went to the Switch, I probably would have bought a Switch just to have something to be like, I'm in the bathroom. Let's play Overwatch. I would have like docked it in my bathroom for that reason.
Now, do you play any of those like kind of phone games, like Clash of Clans or anything like that?
Yeah, I actually play a lot of phone games. I play the Magikarp game, the Pokemon Magikarp game. If you haven't tried it, it's pretty fun. I play one, it's called Taps the Riches, where you tap over and over and you kind of build up your empire. Every time you tap, it gives you more money. And you have buildings and all that run off of like every so many seconds, it gives you money. And then I play a weed game.
Oh, the weed growing game?
Yeah, I picked it up because one of the games I was playing, it's like, if you download any of these apps, we'll give you blah, 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 blah. So I picked it and was like, oh, well, this looks fun. And then I kept playing it and was like, oh, this is something to do to pass time when I'm, like, going to work or whatever.
Flex does not play a single phone game.
Really?
No.
You don't even...
I used to be addicted. I used to be addicted to them.
I took my in-app purchases off so I wouldn't buy anything on them. Because I know myself.
Yeah. Nope, I had to quit playing the phone games because I got addicted.
No Candy Crush?
No Candy Crush, no
I've
Song
never
Pop,
no ever.
Nothing.
I have an iPhone that has Flappy Birds on it still, and that's pretty much the only other game I've ever played on iPhone.
Oh, you have Flappy Bird.
I wonder if that would actually sell still. Having a phone with Flappy Bird still installed.
Wow, you got yourself a commodity there.
I know. It's going to be vintage.
That'll finance your retirement someday.
Yeah, probably. My cousin actually, he does like app developing and stuff, and he actually made one that was similar to Flappy Birds when that was real popular, called was it Batty Flaps or something, and you were a bat instead of a bird. It was pretty fun.
Yeah. Sounds cool.
Now,
like
the only phone game I ever played was when I first got my first smartphone, Angry Birds. I played it like 3 different times, and I was like, I just never played it again.
There you go.
Josh, actually, the original Angry Birds, when it first came out, he gold starred or whatever every single level in that whole entire game. He played the fuck out of that game. I also played the PewDiePie game, which I hate PewDiePie, but his game was actually pretty fun.
You know what? I don't subscribe to him and I don't watch his videos, but the little bits of pieces of him that I've seen, I don't hate him.
I don't hate him. I just don't find him entertaining in the way that I like. Like, especially now, I listen to strictly pretty much podcasts now. Like, I don't really watch that many live streams, even though I probably should. I watch occasional, like, I watch, like, The Drifter, of course, because I've watched Drifter for so fucking long at this point. Just to kind of keep up on things, and he does, like, an Overwatch in depth now, so that's actually pretty nice. But yeah, mostly I'm watching pretty much straight podcasts at this point.
We were going to podcast this show, and I went out to Apple and tried to figure out how to do a podcast. Mm-hmm. I'm a computer guy. Man, it's a fucking nightmare to try and do a podcast to their fucking standards.
Like, Stitcher's really good for that. SoundCloud
That's what I
is
use.
really good.
I use Stitcher.
Yeah, iTunes has a pretty good selection. Like, the one that I watched is outside of YouTube because I like kind of like the video aspect of podcasts, even though most people do audio. But Neil deGrasse Tyson does one called Star Talk.
Star Talk, yeah.
So fucking good.
Yeah, I get it on Stitcher. I listen to podcasts every day on my ride to work. And
you have a fucking huge commute, that's why.
yeah, I have a commute to and from, I got to cross the bridge in traffic. But I listen to podcasts that have nothing to do with gaming. It's like,
same here, surprisingly.
Like Neil deGrasse Tyson, like This American Joe Life. Rogan. I don't really listen to Joe Rogan. It's just long-winded.
He's very long-winded, but he gets some really good guests on there.
Yeah.
And one kind of like stick in the tire that I listen to, Anthony Cumia. He's real out there. He's kind of weird.
Is he like believing UFOs or something?
No, he's just you would have to listen to his politics to kind of understand.
What's his name?
Anthony Cumia. He used to be on what the fuck show? He used to do like a famous podcast a while ago, and he got kicked off of it. And he ended up branching off and doing his own stuff. And he can get some real weird, like, right-wing type politics sometimes. It kind of throws you off.
Oh,
he had Milo Yiannopoulos on there, and they had, like, BFF conversation the whole time. And I'm like, this is kind of cringy. But he's interesting. Like, I like to be able to listen to other people's perspectives, so it's kind of nice.
Yeah. Well, I also like Freakonomics and some other kind of more local, like from public radio kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do that. Rooster Teeth actually I've gotten into Rooster Teeth really heavily in the last, like, year or so. And they have, like, the Achievement Hunter podcast, the Funhouse podcast, Game Attack, the regular Rooster Teeth, Achievement Hunter, all that. So they have Rooster Teeth by themselves puts out probably like 60% of the content that I end up watching every week.
Wow. How about the Nerdist? The Nerdist.
I actually have not watched the Nerdist podcast.
That's that guy who what's the guy's name? He does the Talking Dead.
The Talking Dead.
Yeah.
Chris Hardwick? Yeah.
Chris Hardwick, yeah, that's the guy.
And, like, I watch a lot of Netflix, too, so.
Yeah.
But Chris Hardwick, he's fucking hilarious on Talking Dead.
he is. And he also does, like, a Talking Saul kind of thing for, like, Better Call Saul.
I'm leaving Better Call Saul to finish, and then I will watch it all the way through like I did Breaking Bad.
Oh, okay.
I think that those are more like theatrical type shows. So they like watching Breaking Bad is basically like a giant like 80-hour movie was really fun.
They're bringing Breaking Bad back for
really
run. Yeah, they're gonna run the original.
Oh, that's gonna be badass.
Yeah. I loved it. And I love Better Call Saul too.
It looks fun, and I like Saul's character in Breaking Bad, so I assumed that it would be a good show.
And Mike
but I'm
is
just
also
letting
there
it
too.
simmer. Huh?
And Mike is there too. You know, the bald guy, the no nonsense.
Oh, the older guy with the mustache,
The older
goatee,
guy,
white.
yeah.
Yeah. He's still alive. Spoiler alert.
Well, in the show, in the Breaking Bad, I don't know about that. In Saul, he's alive.
Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking, if he dies in that, obviously he wouldn't be in Breaking Bad.
Right.
But no, either one of you watched Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm done.
I'm up. I'm up.
4 days or whatever?
You know it's going to be coming on soon.
I've been waiting so fucking long.
I know, it has seemed like a long time.
I nerd the fuck out when it comes to Game of Thrones. It's like someone mentions it at work and I'm like, oh, I'm about to give you a whole history lesson. Let's go.
So how long do you think Cersei is going to sit on the throne?
Not very long.
I don't think so
either.
either.
I guarantee you she'll die this season. I would put money on it. Like
real ching.
Real. So I give her to there's 7 episodes in this season. I give her to about episode 4, maybe 5. Unless they want to kill her in the finale, but I think the finale is going to be more or less like the usual, we're going to kind of give you an idea what's going to happen next season. Here's all these White Walkers. Rah.
So, do you think it's going to ultimately be Jon Snow? That's what I think.
Well, I think eventually, I don't see Sansa living throughout this. I mean, people are going to start dropping like flies when you think about it.
Yeah.
We have 13 episodes left, which is 7 less than we would normally anticipate to have. So I assume we'll have Daenerys, because I can't see them killing off Daenerys. I don't see it happening, but
well, she's lived a charmed life, man. She is like,
but she's the rightful heir. I mean, when you really want to think about it,
and she's got a good heart. You know, she's a decent person. Well,
she still has a little bit of that Mad King in her. You can see it. And she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna burn you alive because I come from this crazy inbred family."
Yeah, or is Tyrion gonna be the king?
I really hope they don't kill him off. But the thing is like they consulted George R. R. Martin for this season because they kind of want to keep in ties to what he kind of envisioned for the show, not necessarily the books. So knowing him, there's going to be some fucked up shit happen.
Yeah, I consider him the main character.
I
mean, there's a lot of characters, but I would consider him the main character.
Well, what they call, I don't know how deep into the Game of Thrones, like, nerdism you've gotten, but they have a thing called Azor Ahai, which is kind of like their god, per se, that they say. Like, the guy that's going to come back and save us from all the evil type thing. And if you listen to all the things that they say in the book that say who he is, because they never say who he is, it all kind of points to either Daenerys or Jon Snow. So, we'll see.
Well, Jon Snow's a good guy. He's just flat out good guy.
Yes.
I mean,
he doesn't really have any means
no evil
to do
in him.
Bad. Nope.
There's no evil in him, and he's already beaten death.
Yeah, I bet you they resurrect him at least one more time by the end of this show. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah,
they have
I swear by the old gods and the new.
And the new. Have you seen the trailers for everything?
No, I was avoiding watching it. I'll watch the trailer after I see the first episode. Okay.
I was going to say, because there's the trailers kind of point to some weird and interesting things that may or may not happen this season. So, we'll see. I won't get too spoilery. Because there's a YouTuber, Emergency Awesome. He kind of does like breakdowns of all the trailers and points out like the still images and kind of does all that kind of thing. And he makes a lot of really valid points where you're just like, I can see this happening. This is going to be a thing. Fuck.
Well, we watched it. We didn't watch it at all until this last season was in the can. We
really?
Binge watched the entire series.
Oh, did you see the Red Wedding coming?
I did not. No, I did not see it.
How was that reaction?
Well, it's like, come on, dude. This is like such a breach of like protocol. It's like you can't do that. You just can't do that. Just
to include Flex, you don't watch Game of Thrones, right?
No.
Have you heard of the Red Wedding?
No.
So essentially, you spend 3 seasons, almost 4 seasons, putting your heart and soul into this specific family. Spoiler alert for people that haven't seen Game of Thrones. This is your chance. But you fall in love with this family, and then they literally slaughter the whole family pretty much.
Basically,
and
the
you
whole
never
family.
see it coming.
Even the
Yeah.
mom.
And it's like, yeah, even the mom, and it's just like this super dramatic thing that happens, and it's like
They
the
ambushed
last
them.
10 minutes of the episode, and you literally don't see it coming until it happens.
What's medieval times, right? I mean, it's
Yeah.
like medieval shit, right?
Yeah, in a different universe, but yeah, essentially.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
medievally.
Yeah, so it's like that shit happens.
And it's like a specific character was like, oh, I'm pregnant,
Did you ever
and
see
we're
the
going
end
to
of
name it after
Sopranos?
your father,
Yeah.
and then dead.
Did you
Yeah.
ever see in The Sopranos?
I
I've
saw-
pretty much seen everything HBO has to offer.
I love that show, man.
Did
I
you like
loved
the
it.
ending?
No.
I loved it. I can't help it. I just thought it was so fucking poignant and so fucking.
I think metaphorically it was great, but as a viewer, I was like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Well, you know
Yeah.
what happens. You know what happens.
It's when
at the
Tony
end.
dies. It's
Tony-
it going black is him dying.
Tony is his wife and his son. They all died. You know
Yeah.
that. And,
Yes.
and
Of course you
Meadow is outside trying to park the car, and she doesn't
And witnesses
die.
it.
And she
Yeah.
doesn't die. So that's what happens. It's like, that's what happened. They all got slaughtered except Meadow.
And it's like everyone's like, well, what happened? No one knows. And it's like the whole entire show was mostly from the perspective of Tony fucking Soprano. So in that last moment, in that last scene, where just
When it just goes dark.
that's the way of them saying this is how it ends because he's dead.
Yep. And didn't see it coming.
Nope, just happened.
They just took
And
him
I
out.
remember watching that happen, like as it was like live on TV, and I was just like, "You've got to be fucking shitting me."
That's the way they're gonna end it. What the fuck?
And it's like HBO always has a good way of like ending series, and like even if you guys have seen Oz, like the ending of Oz,
I
they
didn't
always.
see the ending, but I've seen some of the show.
I
Oh,
didn't
I-
get caught up in Oz.
I won't spoil it, but it has a very interesting ending of sorts. Yeah.
Well, they don't always have an interesting way of ending. What about
True Blood?
what about Deadwood? They didn't
I
even
never
finish
watched-
it.
That's actually one show on HBO I have not actually seen.
One of the best shows I've ever seen.
Really?
One of the best shows I've ever seen. Yeah, and
Oh,
they
now that you
fucking
said the ending was shit,
well, they didn't end it. It was supposed to be another season, and
they just stopped.
it didn't. They didn't have the next season, so it's just like it never got concluded.
Oh, that's fucked. I mean, at least it's not like True Blood where they like rushed to end the series in the last season and completely destroyed it.
Yeah, no, that's bad. But like just
Yeah.
cheating you out of a whole season, that's not good.
Well, it's
No.
like that Sense8 or whatever show that's on Netflix. They canceled it after the first season, but they're coming back and bringing back like a 2-hour like conclusion to the whole series to kind of give some closure at least to the series.
Tie up the loose ends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what I'm really
You're
looking
not just on a
forward-
cliffhanger.
What I'm looking forward to is Westworld.
Oh, I love me some Westworld.
Did you see that, Flex?
Is it on HBO?
That's HBO, yeah.
Fuck no, I don't have HBO.
Oh, okay.
Hell's that?
I don't know. Hold on.
What? What just happened?
I don't know. I just lost audio.
Sorry, my freezer was like acting all funny.
I thought
Sorry
maybe
about
armed commandos, burst through the door or something.
Yeah.
I'm getting swatted.
Did you ever see that?
Oh my
that
god,
movie?
I'm out of drink.
Oh no! Did you ever see that movie, Flex? Westworld. It was from the 70s, I think.
Oh.
Westworld?
Yeah, it's a vacation resort where you can live out your Western fantasies in the Old West, and all the characters are robots. It's like you go into the saloon, you can pick a fight with a robot and have a gunfight.
Never seen it.
Yeah.
Well, the company owns a bunch of different scenarios, so like Westworld is the one that they kind of premiere on that season, but evidently they have like Samurai World and a bunch of other different ones. So it's like a simulation of sorts where you can be immersed into these like giant worlds, and they're all AIs.
Yeah, and they have robots, and you can fuck the robots too.
Yep, it's full whatever you want to do: shoot them, kill them, rape them, whatever. Free
Now,
world.
Now, Flex, if you're on vacation and you go to Westworld, it's like you have the option. You can just enjoy the sights and sounds and like immerse yourself in the Old West, or you could be a fucking evil fuck and kill motherfuckers right and left and fuck all the whores.
Well, of course. What else would I do?
Every single day, the AI reset, and they never remember what happened prior.
Now, yeah,
Well,
I would kill motherfuckers like crazy. Plus, I would fuck the whores and I would beat the shit out of them.
It'd be like Red Dead Redemption, man.
I would just beat the shit out of those whores.
It's literally like Red Dead in real life.
Be like Red Dead Redemption in real life.
Exactly.
Literally.
You can do anything you want, and these are robots, so it doesn't matter. I would kill little children.
Never give Yam a gun. Got it.
No, Yam. No gun permit for Yam.
The nice thing is, like, it's kind of like playing GTA. You can go and you can do the story mode that these people have designed that is specific for this, and there's, like, different stories and side quests that you can do. Or you can just enjoy it and free roam and fucking kill everything that you can do.
Yeah. You can just be a giant asshole.
So, like, some people, like one of the main people in the show, are very, very intrigued with the story and want to get to the end of the story, and that kind of is what fuels the plot line. But at the same time, it's a free world. Do whatever you want to do.
I can face facts already, though. Yam. Some people already think I'm a giant asshole.
I mean, you just be like everybody else in Westworld.
Yeah, I would do such evil things. But see, you know,
I would just kill everybody.
Us atheists have no moral code, you know. So that's just
no moral compass.
Morse code. What do you know about Morse code? You don't know no ham radio shit.
Moral code.
Oh, moral code.
Without God, we're free to.
What the hell does that mean? I never heard that term before.
What are morals?
We can murder and, you know, we can do anything.
Is that the same as scruples?
Scruples. You got no scruples. Your problem is you got no scruples. I dropped a bag of scruples. I picked almost all of them up, though.
I know what happened.
What?
Somebody stole your brother's car.
Okay, that went right over my head.
That's a reference.
Animal House. When Bluto's fucking talking to
slightly before my time.
You never saw Animal House?
No, I have, but I just don't remember anything in particular.
The part where Bluto takes the beer bottle when Dorfman's crying and smashes it on his head. He goes, I know what happened. Somebody stole your brother's car and smashed it up. We'll turn it into the insurance.
And they get
okay, now I remember, because he had this car. I think his sister or his brother.
They turned it into the Deathmobile, fucking Deathmobile at the end of the movie.
At the end with the parade.
You damn old man.
Of course I'm old, man.
Now, when Animal House came out, I happened to be pledged in a fraternity. That particular point in time, I was a fraternity pledge in college.
What a loser.
That's dangerous.
Loser.
And how did that go?
Well, we went as a group. Our fraternity went to go see it together, and it was like awesome.
I got pissed on at once by some crazy guy at the fraternity called Captain Insano.
I was actually, I actually went on to become president of that fraternity, Alpha Phi Omega.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the prez.
I never joined anything like that.
I was a frat boy. No, our fraternity was different though. It wasn't like
I was no frat boy.
No hazing.
Drunk.
No, there was no hazing.
I wasn't no frat boy. I just drank a lot.
Just drink with the frat boys.
A lot of Windsor, a lot of Jim Beam, a lot of Jack Daniels, a lot of Budweiser, a lot of everything. I just drank.
How about Pabst?
Fuck that.
Pabst Blue Ribbon. That was my grandma's favorite beer.
Is it? I can't drink it.
You know what?
At some point, I will get a Pabst Blue Ribbon tattoo somewhere for her.
Well, you know what? It's kind of a hipster thing to order PBR.
It is so hipster now, and it pisses me off because if my grandmother was still alive, she would beat the shit out of someone that was a hipster that ordered one.
Actually,
this whole time of beer.
My favorite beer, believe it or not, was Heineken.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I love that shit, man. Skunky tasting.
I don't even know what I was thinking.
7% gets you drunker than snot.
Yeah, I liked Heineken. Also, my favorite though was Beck's.
You like Beck's, huh?
Yeah, Beck's was good.
What about Lowenbrau?
It was good. It was good.
Special Lowenbrau beer.
Lowenbrau.
Here's
No idea.
some good friends. Tonight it's kind of special. The beer we'll pour. Must be something more tonight.
That's so weird.
Make
Do
it
you
a
have that
Lowenbrau.
It's so weird that like subliminal messaging through advertising on TV.
Isn't it?
Are
Like,
you telling me that
Funny.
you can't recite particular commercials verbatim?
Scruff McGruff, Chicago, Illinois 60652. Fucking
Oh my
crime
God.
commercial in my head from a child. Why I know a random area code in fucking Chicago, Illinois? No idea.
Yeah. What about TV show theme songs?
I mean, we have Game of Thrones, which is like the dun 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 dun.
Well, that's more modern, but like in the old days, they usually had words like "just sit right back and you hear a tale." You know.
I mean, there's a lot of them from when I was a kid.
Come
like
listen
Power
to my story about
Rangers
a man named Jed. Poor
But, like, you
mountaineer
got-
barely kept his family fed.
I watched like a lot of cartoons when I was a kid. So.
So you
It was
telling
like-
me you don't know the Animaniacs intro?
Oh no, Animaniacs. Yeah. I still have it in my brain. But
Everybody knows that one.
yeah. No, I still have like the Rugrats and all that still engraved in my brain, but I can't think of like any regular shows.
Please just don't tell me it was VeggieTales.
Oh fuck no, that was way past my time. Way. Like my friend's little sister watched the fuck out of that, and I'm like, there was one. It was like Barbara Manatee, and it is like stuck in my head because she would play the same video over and over again as a child, and we would have to babysit.
Oh man. Well,
Yeah, that
nowadays
shit's crazy.
it's My Little Pony.
I don't even know. Like my friends that have like like younger kids, I'm like, I have no idea what to get for like any kids ever. I was like, here's Minecraft stuff. I think you play these kind of games.
Now, see, you're a millennial, right?
Technically, yeah.
Technically, yeah. So Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles
Yep.
and shit like that.
Yeah, like my childhood was like Barney, Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Rugrats, like all the 90s Nickelodeon shit, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You figure my childhood was the 90s.
I feel for you, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, how old are you, if you don't mind?
I actually got my age wrong the other day.
Are you like 30?
No, 26.
Oh shit.
I had to do math. I'm like, what year is it? What year was I born?
I'm not saying you look like you're 30. It's just that you don't seem as young as 26. That's
No.
pretty young.
Yeah, I'm the youngin'. I'm the baby.
So you are, without a doubt, you are definitely a millennial.
Just think of it this way, by the way. When was the first time I did this podcast? Because I was probably like 23
As
the
well,
first time I did this.
It's surely 4 years ago.
Yeah, so like 22, 23 the first time I was on VPU. So just let that sink in.
Yeah, jeez.
I'm only 41.
And
No,
you guys
that's
kind of
bullshit.
switched. Yam has the beard now. Flex used to have it. You guys are swapping on me. I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny is we've had some people on the show a long time ago who were very young, you know, like and
Gizzle?
now T Gizzle, a good example.
Yeah.
T. Gizzle was young when we had him on the first
Yeah, he
time.
was like, what, 15 or 16 or something like
Yeah,
that?
he was
14 or 15.
15 or
Yeah.
16 or something like
And
that.
that guy's like a fucking college kid now or some shit.
Yeah, have
We
you
had,
seen his?
uh,
Have you
that-
seen his
we had
picture
that-
now? He looks like he's got a porn stash.
Yeah. We had Immortal Thunder on that Mitchell kid. He was only like 13.
Yeah, we've had a couple.
We had a real hard time with him. We had a hard time squeaking out 45 minutes with that kid. We'd ask him
Like,
a
what do we
question.
have in common?
We'd ask him a fucking question, and he'd go, "Yes, no."
Yeah, you ask a
No.
question that takes like 30 seconds to ask the question, and he'd say yes.
No.
But he was a good kid. He's a good shit.
Yeah,
I
if
still
you guys
play with
have-
him on the PS4.
Now he was into My Little Pony. Now that was before I even knew it was a thing. Like
What?
like male, like
Yeah.
grown up men who
That's not
liked
a
My
good
Little
look.
Pony. Do you know any bronies?
Hell no.
I'm no brony, man.
No. But do you guys remember? Oh, come on, focus, camera. Sorry.
There you go.
You guys remember the British people I used to play with all the time?
I still do.
Yeah, like when we started like first playing with them. What is it? It's Kieran and Setov, Luke, and all that.
TT.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of
Kieran Tate.
Cranberry. If you guys remember Cranberry, you had a squeaky little voice.
Yeah.
They invited me to party like a couple weeks ago, and I hopped on. Thank you. And he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like,
"Really?
Is that Cranberry? Because he used to sound like this, and now you're like this." And I'm like, "Oh my god." They're like, "Yeah, we're 19, 20 years old." I'm like, "Oh, I remember when you were 15. Oh god." And they all have girlfriends, and well, all of them have beards except for Kieran.
Did you ever play with who was it? Help me, Jeebus. Did you ever play with him, Yam? Jeebus?
I never played with Jeebus.
What about Dog Toffee?
Thank you.
No.
Oh, you don't know nobody at the UK. It's
I know
Jeff.
that's when I started playing Halo.
There's a ton of UK people on Call of Duty, so.
There's a ton of UK people in Halo too.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Do you still play Halo?
Well, I don't play anything these days. I mean, it's like,
he hasn't gamed in 5 months.
Yeah, I haven't really played games since about November or something like that. I don't know. I'm playing my guitar these days. I'm
about to donate you a copy of Overwatch so you can come play.
maybe.
You
but I
Tuesdays.
I don't hate Halo though. I still consider myself a Halo guy.
I think like you should definitely try Overwatch at least once. I'm biased, of course.
Okay. Well, I should try it. Maybe ease in with Soldier 76. You know.
That's honestly like Soldier 76 was literally designed for that reason, to pull people from Call of Duty so that they could get integrated and kind of used to the game before they were like, oh, you're gonna play Roadhog now.
Well, yeah. I know the characters to some degree, Junkrat and Tracer.
Josh did a drive-by.
All right, you're saying
he brought that in a Kit Kat bar.
It's fucking 85 degrees in here, man. I don't know how warm it is where you're at, but
93.
Ooh.
Right now in here it's like 85 degrees.
In here it's 70.
Because Yam made me turn the fan off.
It's pretty well, It's warm in here.
It is 83 outside. The high was 70.
Piedmont, California.
It's 66 degrees in Piedmont right now.
It's 66 degrees right now here.
What? That's cold.
Yeah, that's cold.
Cold. It feels great. Feels great.
Definitely
Yam loves it.
Definitely try it, Yam.
Okay. Well,
you would like it.
Strongly. Well, now what are you thinking about the upcoming Call of Duty title? It's going to be boots on the ground. It's going to be World War II.
I literally have not watched anything since E3.
Okay, so the idea of boots on the ground, old school, World War II, does that appeal to you?
Yes and no. I kind of have stipulations. One, no more this microtransaction, I get a gun that's better than you bullshit. No. It's annoying. Like, in Advanced Warfare, I got really unlucky and had to actually tier unlock the specific gun that was the best gun in the game. So it's like, I hate that Call of Duty, in a nutshell, has become super microtransaction heavy, and I don't like that.
We'd be happy to know that they're not going to have anything but cosmetic transactions.
That's what they say.
If they say
that's what they said.
Then yes.
As they said.
But they could still fuck us on that.
They can renege on that. Because they were like, oh yeah, Modern Warfare Remastered, we're not going to touch anything like that. It's going to be purely cosmetic. And then all of a sudden we get like knives and all this other shit. And I was like, I'm done. Done. Activision is not taking more of my money. It's like Overwatch, it's purely cosmetic. Literally purely cosmetic. I like that. Because at the same time, you can put out like little events like how they do, where it's like summer games, and here's all these skins that are only available to get unlocked during this time period, so you have to get them. I like that. That's not bad, because then I can choose to be like, well, I really want to get this skin. I'm going to spend $20 and see if I can get it. If not, oh well, I can still buy it with the currency in the game.
Now, if you were to equip entry-level skins on your character, would you feel like bad?
No. I still run some of them. Like, I go off of not if it's like an epic or rare or whatever. I go off of what I really, really like. When I first started playing the game, it was like, yeah, I just want to have yellow everything. Like, oh, I want to have epic everything. And then it's like, yeah, but this purple looks better. I'm going to wear this one.
So if you had, like, generic common skins, you wouldn't want to, like, kill yourself and, like,
No.
I'm a failure as a human.
It's super easy to unlock skins. So even if you have some basic ones, it doesn't last long. Because you can either use the currency that you can get from getting duplicates, or like sometimes you have a chance of just getting straight currency from the boxes. So you have the ability to go and buy what you want, or you have a chance of getting it. So, and they just implemented a thing in the next upcoming patch where you're less likely to get duplicates now. So you're going to be getting more newer items compared to just duplicate over and over again.
But all the weapons are the same. It doesn't matter.
Nope, all the weapons are exactly the same. The only difference with weapons is if you play competitive and you get enough points in competitive, you can spend the competitive currency to get a gold weapon. That's it.
That you keep for that game or all time?
Permanently.
But it's just a gold weapon. It doesn't do more damage, right?
Nope, it's just gold. It's just kind of to show, like, hey, I played enough seasons of competitive and did well enough to get this.
Well, that's like the old-fashioned camos in Call of Duty, you know? It's like you get gold camos. It's like it doesn't do any more damage, but it's like it means that you played a shitload of the game.
Yeah, so what's nice with the gold weapons there is each competitive season, at the end of the season, depending on which tier you place in, you get X amount of gold. So it's 3,000 gold to get a gun. If you place, like, gold per se, or, like, platinum, I think you only get, like, 1,200 or 1,500, so you have to play several seasons, typically, to get this. So it's like, I think it took me 2 seasons or 3 seasons to get mine, because I skipped a season. But it's not like they just hand them out like candy.
Yeah.
And then you get a small amount of competitive points every time you win a competitive match, or play one, rather.
Yeah. Well, speaking of a game with overpowered guns that some people have and other people don't, what about Destiny 2? How hot are you for that?
I have the collector's edition pre-ordered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me and Josh were actually talking about it today. We're like, should we just not buy the collector's edition because it's like $300 or whatever?
Wow, so you're all in, baby.
I was really partial. Like, you guys know how I felt about Destiny at first. I was very anti-Destiny, and then I played a fuck ton of Destiny, and then I got really burnt out on it, and I was like, this is repetitive. It's like the same WoW thing that happens, where it's like, alright, you do all this progression to get to the top gear, and once you have the top gear, what do? There's nothing left to do. And you can only play so much, PvP before you're like, I don't want to play this anymore. So, I'm hoping that it's going to be good. I know that Blizzard Activision is going to be working with them. And, like, the PC version of it's going to be run through, like, the Blizzard launcher that you would have for everything else. What the fuck is that? I'm sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second.
Must be an ice maker.
I think it's Armed Commandos, man.
I think it's Armed Commandos, too. Yeah, we're at 2.5 hours.
We're gonna witness an actual killing right here.
What?
We're gonna see blood splatter against that wall.
We gotta wrap this up, man. It's 2.5 hours long.
Oh shit!
Yeah. I don't know how you're gonna edit it.
I'm so sorry. My freezer, or my ice maker on my fucking refrigerator keeps trying to go crazy.
Told you, yeah. Ice maker.
I thought it was Armed Commandos.
Some SWAT guys out there like...
I thought we were like going to see blood splatter against that wall that's behind you. Like, we're going to see this
with,
right
like, the
here.
horde symbol. The fidget spinner gets covered in blood, you know. No, like...
But whose blood is it?
I would kill somebody. I think I have a knife somewhere. I have a handy-dandy Batman multi-tool that could probably...
All right.
There you go.
Yeah. But no, like, the ice maker isn't even hooked up, but it keeps trying to run for some reason. It's never done that.
I thought you said you had a smart house, man. That sounds that sounds like an unintelligent house.
I went to go press it. I'm like, why is it doing this?
I love the poorly educated fridge.
Well, the fridge that they put in here when we moved in is a scratch and dent, and the guy's super cheap, so he just bought a shitty fridge. It looks nice, it's stainless steel, but it's a shitty fridge.
Yeah.
So, yeah, whatever.
Well, you know what? Flex tells me that we've been doing this for quite some time.
What? Oh God, we're over 2 hours. Holy shit.
We're gonna have to wrap it up. So let's just point out that Mandehbutton has a YouTube channel that's not worth subbing to. No, just kidding. No, sub to it anyway.
He's not lying on that one.
Okay, sub to it anyway, because she might come out of hibernation on it. But what you do have to do, you have to follow her on Twitch. She's a regular Twitcher.
Twitch.tv/Mandehbutton, at Mandehbutton on Twitter. Not hard to find.
Will be in the description.
Down below.
Okay, so if you're still watching, episode number 232.
Holy shit.
You are a fucking marathon motherfucker.
So, once again, we would like to thank friend of the show and
anytime,
basically a superhero in her own right, Mandehbutton. Yeah!
It was a pleasure. It was always fun. I love the BPU family.
All right. Well, I've been your co-host, Yam Juice.
And I've been your co-host, Flex.
And I know what time it is. Yam's I'm having a stroke.
I had an aneurysm in the camera.
Call 199.
Oh, that's great.
I had an aneurysm.
That's fine.
I see a little blood coming out of the ear, the left ear. Trickle, just a little trickle.
It's fashion. Just leave it there, honey.
All right, so there's only one goddamn thing left to do. Take us out, Mr. Flex.
Bye, everybody.